Okay, guys, I'm bugging. I'm bugging. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? How is my pack doing out there? Your alpha is here, as always. It's good to be back. Welcome to the first live Q&A. The first live Q&A of February, actually. Sorry about that. And it's good to be here. How's everybody doing? I apologize for little cap guns. It was pretty funny. I thought it'd be funny to do it. This was the very same cap gun I used when I cosplayed as Agent 47 at last year's Comic-Con. But here we are again, doing another live Q&A. And I'll shut my mouth off long enough. Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to use my phone, actually. I'm going to use my phone to basically look at the comments and things like that, what's going on in the comment section. And yeah, Monster, back me up, all right? Yeah, back me up, thank you. All right, so Sterling Evans, hey man, what's up? Let's see, Charles is here, JL Productions here, what's up? Let's see, who else is Mr. Emerald is here. Perry King is here. We have, who else is here? Comic Freak X, what's up, Sean? How you doing? That is Travis is here so far. Okay, so we're here. I'm sorry I started a little late. I was watching Happy, and I lost track of time. I was like, oh shoot, I said 9 o'clock, and here it is, 9:31. But we're still gonna do this. All right, so let's look at some of these questions. What do you guys have in store for me? Hit me with your questions. Let's see. So far, nothing. I'm seeing nothing. All right, first question. Oh, this is actually from two people, Mr. Emerald and Comic Freak X. Asked the same question, so I'm just gonna give them props to both. Thoughts on the Eagles winning the Super Bowl? Congratulations to Philly. I praised them before. I praised the city of Philly for winning their first championship. They've gotten close before, but this time they won. You know, it's very, very, very. They did the job. They beat Brady. You know, they beat Brady. One because of that sack. That sack really mattered, and it helped them win. But proud of the city of Philly. But don't get too cocky now because my Raiders could come back next year. I heard, Sean, you just said, yeah, my Texans will come back. Okay, I'm not going to – I won't disrespect your team. That's your team. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. All right. Looking at another. Let's see. Okay, people are talking to each other. That's fine. That's good. I got no problem with that. Okay, Comic Freak X asked me, did you hear? Did you hear? No, excuse me. What are your thoughts on Michael Bay eyed for directing the Lobo movie? Oh my God. I saw this on Facebook. My friend Victor, I think, put it up, and God, no. You know, look, I'm not the biggest Lobo fan. I like the character, but not not Bay. Just keep him the fuck away from anything pop culture related. Let him do his army movies and all that stuff where he could blow shit up. Go do that. But Warner Brothers really eyeing him for Lobo, really? No way. I'm not down with it, Sean. And your other question also is about David Goyer leaving the He-Man movie. Yeah, I heard that my friend Victor put that up too, and I'm very happy about that too. Good. I don't want that fool directing one of my childhood heroes after the crap he said about a lot of pop culture heroes and icons. Man, you got no business touching another pop culture hero. Um, let's see what else we got here. Okay, everybody else is talking to each other. Okay. Um, been loving your Black Lightning impressions. Thoughts on this week's episode? This episode was pretty good. It dealt with drugs, um, some new kind of drug called green light. I think that's what it's called, and this kid was hooked up on it so bad. I mean, he ripped, one of those uh, textile like toilets right off the roof, and Jefferson had to like shock him not once but twice just to knock him out. Like it was almost like it was venom. He was hooked up on venom. We got to see more of Anissa using her powers, which is great. She finally got to use her shockwave. Like if she stomps the ground, it'll make a shockwave. It was really cool. I'm still a little disappointed that Grace is not, big and muscular a little bit like, and I'm kind of a little that's just a geek in me, guys. I really wish she was Grace Cho, the real Grace Cho. Uh, but Tobias Whale has a plan, to maybe get the people of Freeland to turn against Black Lightning, which I've seen this kind of storytelling before. Get the people against you. What's that saying? It was actually in the Spider-Man movie. Sam Raimi, as much as they admire you, they'll hate you as more. And I guess that's what is going on because he brought in his sister to help. But let's see what else we have. Thoughts on how Barry got out of prison? I was okay. I knew it was probably going to do something with Ralph because one, Ralph, his powers do allow him to shapeshift, kind of like Plastic Man. Plastic Man could do it too. So, but Plastic Man could do it on a better level than him. And yeah, it was okay. I was like, yeah, all right, um, but you know, it, it is what it is. So thank you, Sean, for those questions. Let's see what else. Oh, damn, Sean, you got a lot of questions. I don't mind. Just keep them coming. Thoughts on the TMNT in Injustice 2? Go watch my reaction. You'll see it. I had a Cheshire Cat smile the whole time watching that. Uh, uh, Next question. When Black Panther gets a sequel, I love that. When he gets a sequel, who should be the villain? I would want it to be Mephisto. I would really want them to go in that direction. Black Panther had a really good stint with Mephisto. Uh, I would love that and bring in more of the supernatural side to Wakanda and things like that. That'd be cool. Mephisto's definitely one of those up there. Perry King, what are your thoughts on the animated Mario movie? I haven't heard too much on. I know they're supposed to be working on a Mario movie. It's okay. If it's anything not like that live action movie, I'll be cool with it. It's just that's fine. Yeah, it's all good. Travis Titman, what are your thoughts on the Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano? Best match probably to the date of 2018. Um, that match was the storytelling of that match. Just showcased how good Johnny really is. The storytelling and showcasing he will not quit. He's not gonna quit. You're gonna literally have to kill him to beat him, and pretty much that's what it really came down to. You had to really kill him to beat him. Johnny does. He was on Edge and Christian's podcast not too long ago, and he thanks Edge and Christian because it was them who kind of got him, inspired him to get into the business. He was at Edge and Christian, I think the second Money in the Bank match, not Money, ladder match, or the ladder match between Edge and Christian and the Hardys. I think that's the one he was at. He was 11 years old, kind of like how Edge was inspired when he saw Hogan and Warrior. That's kind of how, but the match was great. Start to finish, it was great. I wanted Gargano to go over. I was like, I think he's getting the belt tonight. And I thought he was going to kick out. I just like instinct even when Almas clocked him on, I was just like, he's going to kick out. I thought he was going to 1, 2, and somehow he was just going to get his like a knee jerk reaction. Like it was his body's just kind of like there. Kind of like how, if anybody's ever watched Baki the Grappler, there was this, or no, not Baki the Grappler, Hajino Ippo. There was a episode where Ippo was fighting this guy, and it's a boxing anime, and Ippo's he wasn't there, but his body just was reacting, and that's what I thought Gargano was going to do, something like that. But Creed, yeah, Creed, yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, but yeah, that was a I really enjoyed that match. Very good. JLA Productions, thoughts on the Conan the Barbarian TV series? Yeah, I've heard that it's going to be on Amazon. I've heard there's a new Conan the Barbarian TV series ready for I think it's for Amazon. I do have Amazon Prime, and I still have not watched The Tick on there yet. I want to watch it. I haven't sat down and watched it yet. I got a lot of shows that I'm just kind of falling behind on that I need to watch, and that's just me just kind of being lazy and things like that. Just trying to keep up with the shows that are on Netflix and Hulu and things like that, and then still trying to keep up with the shows you watch on a weekly basis. It's kind of hard times, from time to time. But like I said, no real excuse, just being lazy. I'm interested because there was a Conan series back in the 90s. I think it was produced by Arnold, but the actor who played Conan in that series, and it actually had Red Sonja in it too, was the actor, I'm forgetting his name, but if anybody's ever saw Best of the Best 2, he was the villain in it. He played Conan in the Conan series back in the day. It was early 90s, I remember it. But I'm wondering who they would get to play Conan in a new series. I still want that King Conan movie that Arnold's supposed to still be working on, and bringing back the original cast. So, but I'm a Conan nut. I'm a mark for that character, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. Let's see what else. Okay, Road Dog and Omnitron are here. What's up, boys? What's up to my pack members? Okay, Charles, Chris, what are your thoughts on the 2018 Pro Football Hall of Fame class? In my opinion, is great. I don't keep up on that stuff. I really don't. I rarely keep up on the Hall of Fame classes in almost a lot of sports. I really don't. To be honest with you guys, I don't. I don't keep up with basketball. I don't keep up with baseball. And I don't keep up on football. The only one I really do kind of keep up on is wrestling. Maybe because that's more advertised than those the other ones. but I'll have to check it out to see who's in the class this year. Ralph on Flash is basically Plastic Man, except yeah, they kind of meshed Plastic Man and elongated man together because he has the personality kind of Plastic Man, and kind of even his origin is kind of a little bit, even though Plastic Man was a thief, but Ralph was a cop and got disgraced cop, got kicked off the force, became a sleazy private eye, and so forth. But now he's kind of changing because he's around Team Flash. So yeah, he's still kind of, he is kind of an amalgamation of it. Thoughts on Usagi Ojimbo finally getting the series? I heard about that too, my boys, and yes, I'm all for it. Hold on. All right, let me make sure. All right, let me make sure I got every. Not skipping any questions. Okay. Road Dog, forever. Did you hear Quentin Tarantino defending Roman Polanski for raping a 13-year-old girl? No, and I don't want get the Jesus Christ. JLA Productions thoughts on Ronda Rousey joining WWE. Um, I'm all for it. She does like she does like wrestling. She's been a fan. Something new. She wants to try something new. She's you could say she's done what she needed to do in MMA. You know, her last two fights may not have gone the way she wanted it, but um, you know, I'm happy for her. She looks like she's happy. What I do like the fact that she's got a full time schedule. She's going full time. She's not. It's not going to be part time. It's full time. We don't know when she's going to show up, or we can't really speculate. How she's going to be in the ring. I'm not going to go into that. But I will say I'm happy for her. Let's see where she goes. Uh, could she be? I'm not once again not going to speculate. Could she be like Kurt Angle, pick up on things real quick like he did, or could she be slower to pick up on things? Bottom line is, I'm happy for her. Let's see where she goes. Um, do you want an animated Zelda movie? Uh, yeah, I'll be fine with a Legend of Zelda movie, animated. Um, Hell, I'd take a series. It'd be great too. Uh, the last animated Zelda series was on the old Super Mario Bros. The Super Show, where Link was kind of like a dick. Well, excuse me, princess. I don't want my boy Link like that. I don't want to remember him like that. You know. Comic Freak X, thoughts on the new TMNT animated series? Jesus. Look, man, I understand you want to try something different. I don't even care about them making Raphael the leader. I don't care about that. But why is Raphael bigger than everybody else? I don't get that. Why does Donatello look like a frog? Michelangelo so small. I don't even mind the whole Black April because in the original series, I think she was black. Um, so I don't mind that. Um, I don't know what the hell that Splinter. The designs are disgusting, and I've said it before. I may give it 1 to 3 episodes. That's it. If not, I'm done. If I don't like it after 3 episodes, I'm done. I'm like, nope, no way. Um, Colin Freak X also asks me thoughts on the Kim Possible live action movie. Yeah, I saw this. Um, this is a little interesting, but also kind of what I say about how I said about the Black Widow movie. Maybe a little too late, because They really should have did it when Kim Possible was at her highest. You know, when people were talking about that character a lot, when she was still in the eye. You know, now why are you doing it so late? And I'm sure it's Disney, but why are you doing it so late? But the question really is who's going to play the cat? Who's going to play Kim and her mom and her dad and her brothers and you know all the others? You know, but I'm not saying I hate the idea. I'm just saying, don't you think it was maybe a little too late? Tony Robinson, hey man, your FBE reactions are priceless. Oh, thank you. Well, you got to thank also Monster because he's there, and yeah, the other guy, Hurricane, he don't want to talk now. Why you don't want to talk? Okay, you want to talk through me? You want to tag in? I'll tag in. Okay, he doesn't want to tag in either. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Road Dog. Yeah, there is a Kim Possible live action movie in process. They are. It's. It is being worked on. Did you see the Venom teaser? Yes, Perry. I saw the Venom teaser, and it did nothing for me. I I watched it. Not even. Oh my god! I was just like, whatever. Uh. Okay. The Class features Brian Dawson, Ray Lewis, T.O., Randy Moss, Brian Urlacher, Jerry Kramer, Bobby Beathart, and Robert. Oh, that's a good. That's not a bad class. Okay. Tony Robinson. Hey man, some people say they don't watch movies before the '90s. Uh, I some people. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't. I could never see myself not watching movies that came out. You know, I'm an '80s brat, so those movies from the '80s I grew up on. I watched many movies from the '70s, many movies from the '60s, even the '50s. Hell, one of my favorite musicals, several of my favorite musicals are from the '50s. Hell, I can keep. I mean, Wizard of Oz didn't come out in the '50s, but it came out in the 1930s. So you know, it's like, okay, you know, all right, you know. Um, why is Raph loved, but no one likes Leo? Who doesn't like Leonardo? I love Leonardo. You know, I've never heard anybody say they hated Leonardo. I've never heard anybody say they hated any of the turtles. We all have our favorites in certain orders, but we all love them. I've never heard that. That's interesting. I never heard that before. Um, let's see. Lady Shiva deserves her own movie. Not necessarily. Once again, that's probably that's why uh, I don't want that. I don't want every anti-hero or villain to be getting movies just because what for? Really, what for? The only thing I can think of is she's a great character, but does she really need a movie? That's the question. That's the real question. Um, uh, once again, like I said before, Charles, we all have our favorite. Um, he's not the most. Everybody has their favorite. You know, for me, my favorite first is Mikey. Then it goes down the line. The reason why I love Mikey so much is because he has the heart. He's really the heart of the turtles. He has that heart. Besides kind of the goofball, he has a good heart. and I love that about him. You know, have you watched Altered Carbon? Carbon? Have not watched that yet. There's a lot, like I said before, there's a lot of stuff that I have not watched yet, and what I'm going to watch. Um, Hell, I didn't even watch the that new Cloverfield Paradox. Everybody's talking about it, and I haven't watched it yet. Um, excuse me. So I still have a lot to watch. I finally managed to watch Cowboy Bebop. And what'd you think of it, Perry? Did you like it? Hit me back. Uh, Green Arrow Hunter, the Batman who laughs versus Lord Darkin who wins. I guess the Batman who laughs. For Black Lightning season 2, they should add Geoforce. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The one thing I don't want from Black Lightning is this is where all the black heroes are. I don't want that. Don't do that. You know, we still don't know what Earth this is. But they definitely do need to just focus on themselves before. Even the cast has even said it. Right now, it'd be great to cross over with the others, which, let's be honest, we all know it's going to happen soon, sometime in the future. But right now, they should do what Supergirl did: explore the world, focus on the world. But we do know there are other heroes in this world. So I would love to see who else is in this world. You know, I know the producers want Static on the show. I'll take Static. But what I don't want is to just, this is where all the black heroes are. Don't do that. What is your favorite Western movie? Favorite Western movie? That's hard because I got a bunch of them. I'll throw one right off the bat. Unforgiven. Unforgiven. I love Unforgiven. I'll definitely throw Dances with Wolves in there. I kind of consider it a Western movie. Kind of. I don't know. I can't say that. That's not a Western. But any movie with Clint, you know, I love. You know, yeah. You know, Tombstone's another one that's good. You know, there's too many. But if you want me to get real, it'd probably be the original Magnificent Seven, which was a reboot, a remake of Seven Samurai. So yeah, there you go. Thoughts on the new weapons, new turtle, what new the thoughts on the turtles' new weapons? I get it, but I'm like, when I think of Raphael, I think of the size. I don't think of Tomfus. I don't think of Tomfus. Um, Donatello's is not so different. It just looked like a spear, but still, you know. Mikey looks like he's rocking kunais with chains, legitimately now, not nunchucks. Leo just has one sword now. You know, they're changing too much for no reason. There's no need to change. That's never been broken. Why are you changing so drastically? Barry King, which anime do you hope Hollywood doesn't make into live action? Any one of them. You want a list? Shit. Um, uh, None of them. There's just too many. I'm hearing they're still going along with that Naruto and One Piece. I think they're doing, and um, it just the only one I thought that they could probably do would not fuck it up would probably be Cowboy Bebop, because there was talks of them doing that, and then I thought maybe Outlaw Star could work because uh, if you look at Outlaw Star and you look at Marvel the MCU's version of Guardians, that's pretty much Outlaw Star. That's all that is. That's all that is really. Um, Young Gun's pretty good. Monster looks chill back there. Yeah, he's chilling. He's just watching, right? Yeah, and he's watching the basketball game. There's a basketball game on, so he's watching that. Let's see. What's the best wrestling match you've seen live person? For me, it was Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar Iron Man match. Ooh, that is a good question. Um, hmm. Oh, well, I could throw this one out here. I saw the last Ember Moon Oscar match. Uh, yeah, that was damn good. And live. I went to NXT Brooklyn 3. So that was definitely up there. Definitely could use that one. That was a damn good match, indeed. So yeah, definitely. Let's see. Next question. Um, what happened to the 2000, 2002 TV show? Did it end on a bad note or something? For many shows, it was good. No, it didn't. It ended. It ended. They wrapped it up. It had 5 seasons, and that was it. It ended. It ended not on a bad note. Ended actually on a good note. You know, the last Nickelodeon TV series was a good rendition of basically bringing old school fans of Turtles, like yours truly, and bringing in new fans. And that show was actually pretty dark. Sometimes you forget that was on Nickelodeon. You're like, oh, this is on Nickelodeon. Like, I mean, there was some dark scenes in that. I mean, when Splinter got killed, I mean, you literally see Shredder's hand literally go. The only thing was missing was probably blood. Or when Tiger Claw got his hand cut off, it's like Jesus Christ. There was some scenes in there. You just like Spike. I mean Slash. Well, yeah, the first time when Slash came in and he beat the crap out, I'm like Jesus. It got it ended on a good note. The last thing they did was had the Turtles meet the original Turtles again, and that was pretty funny. It was good. Yeah, it was pretty good. When is DC's Earth M series coming out? I don't think it has an official date yet. We still just getting concept of what Static. He's going to be younger in this one now. Um, Icon and Rocket are going to be in their own book. I love the new looks. Not bad. They say basically the Earth M will be easy for people to pick up on. Like you don't have to really know too much about these characters in a sense. So it's going to be reader friendly for people who never read an Icon or a static book prior to them making it into the DC universe. So we'll see. Uh, Perry King, what would Thor think of the gods of destruction? Uh, he wouldn't like it too much. He wouldn't like it, but if they're not harming Midgard, he'd be okay. No, he wouldn't be okay, but he wouldn't like him. What are your thoughts on Guardians of the Universe? Guardians of the Universe. What's that? Am I missing something? What was that? Unless somebody inform me what that is. I think I'm missing something. Thoughts on Soul Calibur 6? So far I'm here. I've heard. I have not watched yet because I heard they revealed some characters, returning characters. I haven't watched it yet. So don't tell me. So far, so from what we saw, Mitsurugi and Sofantia back, but I've heard there's some returning characters. I'm hoping for my girl Taki to come back. I'm hoping for my girl Taki. I'm hoping for my boy Kilink. I'm hoping for my boy Maxi to be back. So those are some people. If WWE did a Rock versus Brock rematch at WrestleMania, who would you like that idea? Now I don't know because Rock would really have to get back into wrestling shape for that. He's so busy. I thought it would have been appropriate when he was with the doing a little bit of stint with the company. Instead of doing 2 matches with John Cena.
Well, that was the plan.
Yeah, right. That wasn't the plan.
That was actually the plan. The plan, sources say the plan was John after Rock lost to John Cena at WrestleMania 29.
Right.
He was supposed to the next night on Raw after Mania. He was supposed to start his program with Brock.
Oh,
but that whole night, that whole Raw, people couldn't find the Rock. He was supposed to be there. And as man came to find that he got an injury.
Oh, that he got injured. That's right. Okay.
First, it was this big. Where's the Rock? Where's the Rock? He's supposed to be here. And you can tell there was supposed to be something. I remember when Brock Lesnar, when he basically destroyed Triple H's office. They're going walking the hall.
Oh, then he said, "Can you believe?"
And you see and Paul Heyman like, "You believe this guy?" I'm thinking, I guess that was going to be a hint that okay, they're going to start up again. Never happened.
Oh, okay. Do you know the Ultraverse by Malibu? Of course. Nightman, Prime, all those characters. Yeah, they're actually owned by Marvel. Marvel owns that. Do I feel that they should be reintroduced in the Marvel comics? Maybe. I maybe not into the 616 universe, but reduced in their own universe again, because it'd be really hard to explain how Prime's powers. His powers are really weird. He's a little kid that pretty much becomes this overly muscular. He's kind of like Captain Marvel, but it's different. It's not like he says a word like "Booyasha" and he turns into this character. No, it's different. The only one there are certain characters in the Ultra universe I could see probably working and fitting in the 616 universe. Nightman's one of them. I have a comic where him and Wolverine crossed over. But yeah, I do. I know that. Yeah. Hey, Dano, how you doing? Ryan, what was your reaction to the ending of the Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart? I was shocked because I wasn't rooting for Shawn. I was rooting for Bret. That was my dude. Bret Hart was my man. I think I told this story before. He gave me his glasses once at a live event, early 90s, Madison Square Garden. Gave them to me. And unfortunately, my father stepped on them and broke them. And I'm just going to end it with that. But yeah, my reaction was, when it ended, I was like, okay, time's up. That's it. Okay, that's the end of the match. The one's a winner. And then, was it Gorilla Monsoon? I believe, late great Gorilla Monsoon, rest in peace, comes out and restarts the match. And Shawn gets the kick, and 1, 2, 3, new champ. I don't hate Shawn Michaels, but it's just like I wasn't rooting for him. At that time, I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't like that too. Bret stormed off. He cursed at a. No, that was next year. But he was stormed off. I'm like, go, and do you think the Valiant Entertainment Cinematic Universe can work? Well, we'll have to see, because Sony, Sony's now got that. The movies that are being worked on are Harbinger, Bloodshot. I know Shadow Man has a director. Reginald Howland is directing that. So we'll have to see. this could work for Sony in some ways. You know, the Valiant universe is a little bit more mature. Their heroes are a lot diverse. That's the one thing about Valiant. Their heroes have been diverse since the day one. So the fact of the matter is, you know, you're doing a movie about this character. Ain't no change in the race of that character. That character, for example, Shadow Man, he's always been black. You don't change that character. I don't change it. You know, Bloodshot. Bloodshot is probably the one that you can maybe get away with, but you know, Exo Man of War, Alric is, you know, he's from the past. He's a, you know, and Live Wire, all these other characters, Punk Mambo, my man Ninjak, Eternal Warrior. I'm a Valiant fan. I've been a fan of theirs since the early '90s. You know, a couple of days ago, I finally checked out the JLA Avengers crossover. Holy shit, was it awesome! Such a shame that we hadn't gotten another crossover between the big two since. Yes, once again, I've said it before. You want to read where a writer shows respect to both iconic icons, read that. That definitely was a good series, a good crossover. You're not going to see crossovers between them because, you know, once again, it's a dick measuring contest between Marvel and DC. And don't just say, "Oh, that's Marvel's fault." No, it's DC too. They're just to blame as Marvel. You know, there was one time they proposed another Batman Daredevil crossover back in 2006, and you know who stopped it? Dan Dildo. I mean Didio. You know, so yeah. Uh, oh, Guardians of the Universe from Green Lantern. Okay, you gotta be more specific that time. You should have put DC or something. The Guardians can be assholes at times. You know, some of them are dicks, but some of them understand that they take themselves off the high pedestal. Look at the creators of the Blue Lanterns. See, there you go. Have you watched Walking Dead? Not since 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 3 or 4 years after the governors and all that stuff ended. I stopped watching because I don't know. I just got tired of it. I was just like, you know. People tell me what keeps going on, and they're like, but pretty much. My audio is jacked up. Really? Hold on. Let me check. Hmm, let's see. Okay. uh, let's see. Next question. I used to love the Nightman live action. Yeah, Nightman did have a live action series. Nightman. Uh, uh, Travis, you asked me. I'm surprised they never made a live action Johnny Quest movie. Actually, yeah, Robert Rodriguez is making one. That's the last thing I heard. So yeah, Robert Rodriguez is still supposedly making it. So If they bring back the Attitude Era, would it work in this generation? They don't need to bring it back. That really has to has to stop a little bit. You know, I really don't need the Attitude Era back. You know.
Yes.
Go,
Yeah, just the era that I grew up in and everything. But I do agree with people that I really, really believe that we as fans we can tend to look look back on the actual era like with jaded colored glasses. You know, I guess that's the era that gave us Stone Cold and The Rock and Triple H. Well, I'm sure it's a new generation, but we became a big time star. Probably, um, oh, there it is. I guess Triple H and everything. But I like for Luke Owen from Wrestle Talk. Cool guys, by the way. Wrestle Talk and that Russell Rammer, he finds the actual era overrated because he said if you go back and watch the actual era, like the 1998, especially 99, like era, that part, would you, and especially, this is another part you got to put in consideration. Because the question was, would it work like in today's generation?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Now that wrestling, WWE can say that it hasn't really it hasn't really transformed WWE, but it has. Because look at NXT. And more than ever, the actual in-ring quality has been more appreciated or more looked at than ever. And actually, it wasn't even about the in-ring product. That's why it's like, even my friend Nate said, can you really name like a really great match from like 1999 and the Attitude Era? Yeah, we like Cole Undertaker first blood match, but it's just a fun, like brawling match. But there's really nothing there because most of all actual match on Raw, it'd be like 2 minutes. Next segment, next segment. There's all this stuff going on. It was really not until 2000 where we had Benoit come. Jericho was there, but Jericho became Intercontinental champion. Kurt Angle, Taz, all the radicals, the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian, Dudley Boys really coming to the fold. That's when you really started seeing like, okay, there's like some great in-ring work going on in WWE, but 1999, I don't think it will work. I don't think it will work because it would just be everything would just be that Vince Russo smash TV where just put everything in there and you try to go quick and then because it's the Attitude Era, since we are in such a PC culture right now, it's definitely not going because you go back and watch some stuff on the Attitude Era, you're like, nope, that won't work.
Nope.
For instance, X-Pac doing the blackface would immediately, it would not even be like sneeze that like I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, there's just certain things from that they pulled off that could not get over. That would not work. That would instantly get networks like, you got to stop that.
And it's like, since we're going back to complete Attitude, that would also mean a regression for the women,
right?
Because what was the Attitude normally for the women?
Woo!
Were, sex symbols.
Yeah. So yeah, it wouldn't work.
That's why I always and then another thing is I like what JR said. The TV rating does not define a good wrestling product because look at NXT. NXT's not the Attitude Era.
Nope.
But what does NXT do well? They tell internal storylines. I remember somebody was like, "Oh man, I realize I'm going very long with this. I'm about to be done." But somebody brought up like, I was like, "Oh, Johnny Gargano and the Almas match. Oh, it didn't really have that much build up." I was like, "Well, yeah, it kind of did it in terms of like all of them interacting, but in a way, it already did because they had two matches prior." Johnny lost. Now Johnny lost all three. He lost all three. He lost the first two, and from Brooklyn 3, excuse me. Almas went on to have more success. Right after that, he beats Gargano again. He beats Drew, and what is Gargano doing? He's losing to Fabian Archer, who is a talented cat, but he's not no top guy in NXT. He's having a hard time with Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, who broke up, by the way, it looks like. He fails to beat Pete Dunne for the UK. He just kept having this failure and failure and failure. So by the time they met, it was like, oh, they're now back together again. Look at the Bailey Sasha thing. That was just all internal storytelling. I think people should more stop going for that, where if they want a little bit of a mixture of that. Talk about the ruthless aggression. I don't think ruthless aggression can get
because
enough.
I think that's what somebody just asked. That's why I'm. Okay. Oh no, they just no. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm just going to. I don't think the ruthless aggression there gets enough love.
Yeah,
because that was a perfect blend of the Attitude Era in terms of your kind of edginess, but the Attitude also Ruthless Aggression Era had what the Attitude Era didn't have. Overall, was great in ring product because somebody even said it. Mostly all the great WrestleMania matches, none of them come from the Attitude Era. None of them, besides maybe Austin and Rock. But one might say WrestleMania 17. Some people consider that the end of the Attitude. But mostly all the WrestleMania moments that after like Macho and Hogan and Brett and Shawn and Austin 316 as alive and everything. Most of them come from Brian. That wasn't Attitude. Brian, that was in the damn PG era. So I don't think it's a case of the TV. I think it's a case of just better writing. And in my opinion, 2-hour Raw. Like, just
2-hour Raw. Yeah, it worked.
Just kill the 3 hours.
Kill it.
But that's a USA move.
Yes. Yes. Kill it. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Actually, we ain't getting no Oscar Sasha match like we did on Raw.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. We're not getting a Sasha Oscar match.
Chris, am I still watching Marvel Spider-Man? So, how are you liking it? I've caught up on mostly. It's okay. It's pretty entertaining. But I think it's gonna end because I hear they're ending all the current Marvel cartoons. Is Black Adam more powerful than Captain Marvel? Personally, I think he is in all aspects. Black Adam was the first attempt that the Wizard thought. With the Wizard thought Shazam, the Wizard Shazam thought of having an avatar, but he didn't. He saw that Adam was ruthless and undeserving and heartless, and that kind of changed it. Is he stronger than Captain Marvel? I don't think so, because Adam has something that Marvel doesn't. I mean, Marvel has something. Billy has something that Adam doesn't, and it's not just the power that he gets from, the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, all that. No, it's Billy's heart that gives him his ability, is more of his strength. So I don't think so. I don't think in that way. I mean, there have been showcased that Adam. I mean, World War III was a prime example of that. What happens if you kind of piss off Adam? Like, I mean, it was the whole DC universe going to war with him because ISIS was killed his wife, and he waged war, and it was the entire Superman family trying to hold him back. I was just like, okay, it just shows him when he gets angry. You know. Um, Emerald, you asked me thoughts on no Spider-Man and upcoming Venom movie. There's rumor that Tom Hardy will make an appearance in it. I don't really care. Have you seen High School of the Dead? I saw one episode. I liked it. I have to continue watching. It's on my list of animes to watch. Exactly. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. It's not that it's not that he's more powerful than Billy. It's that he doesn't give two fucks about holding back. You know, it's like it's like for example, Spider-Man with the punch a normal guy, he'd kill him. Hence why he holds back. When he's fighting a supervillain, he still holds back. He antes up a little bit, but he still holds back. And we saw, even though it came from that stupid run in Superior, but yeah, that's basically what would happen if he really wanted to punch somebody. The heroes are supposed to hold back. They got this. They're supposed to conserve their abilities. Some they don't supposed to show everything until if it's really necessary. And it's true. It's not like Billy is weak or him stronger than Adam. It's just once again, what is Billy? What is Adam? There you go. Uh, uh, would an anime Burnout or Sever? Would an anime of Ninja Gaiden work? Yes. Animes and ninja always go together. Yep. Okay, let's see what else we have. Um, okay. Better movie, Wonder Woman or Logan. Please don't do that. I'm not even answering that. No, thank you. Uh, Road Dog 77, Road Dog 40 for life, forever. Why is the ruthless aggression era so underrated? I wouldn't say it's underrated. It just doesn't get. I wouldn't say it just doesn't get talked about as much. Yeah, underappreciated. It doesn't get talked about as much, but I don't consider it underrated at all.
Only I would kind of say underrated because WrestleMania 19 is underrated.
Right.
That's one of the all-time best WrestleMania in my opinion. But WrestleMania 17 just talk about how granted as it should, but yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tron, for coming through. Ryan McCathern. I used to have the Stone Cold Steve Austin baseball jersey when I was a kid. I wanted that. I never got it.
Which one?
I think his first one. Yeah, which one?
The pinstripe one. He had the pinstripe one, and he had the black.
Yeah,
with what it was like orange and black.
Big Ryan, if you could be, which one did you have? Which was it? The pinstripe, like a Yankee jersey, or was it the other one? Hey Chris, what was your thoughts on the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla and the Godzilla series based off the 1998 You mean the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla, and Godzuki? Yeah, that one. Yeah, it was all right. Pretty funny to me. Um, the 1999, no, 1998, yeah, 1999, I think it was.
What?
The Godzilla, the one that came on Fox. That was 99, right?
The movie came out in 98.
Yeah, okay.
But when did the cartoon come out? Right after the movie?
Yeah, because it was supposed to it took place right after the movie because because the baby that got that Godzilla was the baby that came out at the end of the movie. I enjoyed that one. I love that. I love that paid homage to it paid homage to the Hanna-Barbera cartoon because in that series, the only difference was that when they tried to pay homage with the whole calling Godzilla with that, because in the Hanna-Barbera, Captain, I forgot the hell his name was. He had like a little decoder and a decoder signal would come out, and then Godzilla just comes out of the water, and that was about it. In this one, they tried it, but it didn't work. But Nick Tatopoulos, he had got like all that embryonic egg fluid all over him, and so when the baby, now grown up, smelt him, he smelt like and he imprinted on Nick as his papa. So, and that's why. But it was cool. I enjoyed that. That was a fun series, especially when they started introducing the aliens. I love that. That was real good. What would you okay? What would you wish for if you had 7 Dragon Balls? Easy. Bring back my mother. There you go. Easy as pie. Not even not. That's not even a thought. Real quick. Shenron, bring my mother back. There you go. What? Oh, well, but still I bring her back. Uh, what happened? Yeah, Godzuki. He could fly, and he can call for Godzilla too. He make the and Godzilla come out as this. Bernard said, which fictional country has the better trained warriors? Wakanda, Themyscira, or Atlantis? I go Wakanda. Batman versus Ninjak, in your opinion, who would win? First meeting, I go Ninjak. Because Batman prep time, he'd win any match. It's like, oh god. Give me a break with that. Yeah. Adapt. Yeah, but okay. How would you react if a Titan attacked New York City? I don't know because I don't live in New York. I don't live in the city, but it'd be scary. So to see some big naked, smiling, giant coming at and eating people. So it'd still be scary. Oh, the Yankee pinstripe one. Oh, okay, that one's cool too. Hey Nathan, how you doing? I love the hell out of Godzilla. He is my favorite monster. He's my favorite kaiju of all the kaijus. G-Man is my favorite. I have a Godzilla up there. Matter of fact, I'll show it to you. Look up. See him up there? There he is right there. The hell? Okay. Godzilla versus Attack on Titan. Goodbye, Titans. I do not bet against the big man. Which once again I say again, this new age Godzilla versus King Kong, Godzilla better get that win back, my boys, from that crappy loss he took back in the 70s, I think. They fell in the water and he didn't come back up, and man, fuck that shit. Since IDW is doing a Hasbro shared universe, how would you feel if they did a Inhumanoids comic series? Okay, I wasn't the biggest Inhumanoids fan, so you know. Let's see how we are next to. Have you seen RBY? Yeah, I've told you guys I've watched it. I just fell off of it. I got to catch back up with it. So yeah, Road Dog for Forever. What do you think could have made Justice League better than what it was? There's a couple of things. One is probably some more indication on Steppenwolf for non-people who don't know him, because he just came off as a bland villain. That's one for sure. Feeling more importance of Wonder Woman. She felt like nothing in that. Maybe even showcasing that Dark Side is coming. That could have got people. Oh, I know who that is. You know, if they had did Dark Side, I know it may say, oh, but that's just like Thanos. But still, people know Dark Side.
But it's like they're almost they're closely kind of related anyway. Yeah. So it would have been like, oh, but it is like what their characters are kind of.
I mean, say what you want. I know Jim Starlin would probably never admit it, but come on, he did take a little bit of Thanos from when Kirby created him. Like, you could look at them and they're like, yeah, he's just Marvel's version of Darkseid. But yeah, there's other things that could have made it better. I mean, but those are just a few that I can think of right on the top of my head. I didn't hate Justice League. I thought it was way better than Batman's Superman for sure. But it just felt like the most important stuff maybe were taking out of it. I don't know. It just.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing that's positive about Justice League. How about the realest people in the room was Justice League? That family. Big ups for that family.
Oh yeah.
Because in most situations, they're gonna die. Man, they held out.
Yeah, they held at the end of the family house. Yeah.
Whole movie. Yeah. They did their best to freaking bombard the house.
Yeah, keep the parademons from coming down. Yeah, I would give them.
What they was having was like, did a real MVP.
Yeah, that was cool. What? No love for Rodan? I didn't say that. Did you not hear what I said, Danny? I said Godzilla is my favorite of the kaijus. I never said I didn't like Rodan. Are you going to see 50 Shades Freed that will be out tomorrow? I will not see it. It's just a piece of crap. Nathan, when have you ever heard me on this channel ever talk about loving 50 Shades of Grey or anything? That basically, that is almost softcore porn. That's basically what that is. When have you ever heard me talk about that? Never. You have never heard me ever say, "Oh, guys, I can't wait to see 50 Shades of Grey. Oh man, I'm gonna love it." No. When have you ever heard me talk about that? That's a. Godzilla versus X-Men. Jesus Christ, what's all this Godzilla versus? I kind of say goodbye X-Men in some ways, like unless Professor Xavier or Jean, all the top big psychics can get inside his head and maybe calm Godzilla down or soothe him, knock him out or something, it's bye-bye.
Well, but I know it could be a cop out.
Mm.
Because he was hit with a atomic. That makes him mutated. So,
Oh, yeah.
Something that takes. Oh, that's it.
Patrick Cienos, M.K., shout out to you. Thanks. Appreciate that. Attack on Titans versus Godzilla, but the one from the night. Oh, see, that don't count. Come on. Now, no. First of all, let's be honest. That's not Godzilla. That's a giant iguana. Okay. When you say Godzilla, there's only one. There's no ands and buts about it. So anytime you say Godzilla versus, I'm not thinking of that big iguana. I'm thinking of him up there. I'm not thinking of iguana. No. Okay. Moving on. Let's go on. Okay. Between Wayne and Luthor, who is richer? I believe Bruce Wayne. The Waynes are richer than the Luthors. I believe.
Oh, what does it sway? The answer that way it sways back and forth.
I think the Waynes are richer. I think.
I hear something. Really good question. I bet you so happy to think. So I would not be surprised somebody's thinking, why doesn't Luthor bother Batman more? Or like not just as Batman, but why are there a lot of conflict between Luthor and Bruce Wayne in terms of like business?
There's more business stuff that goes on between them than and it's always
like stories where like it's always in a business they conflict with each other.
It's always to the point Luthor is sometimes always trying to buy out shares of Wayne Tech or something like that, and he never does it. So let's see. Do you play any of the UFC games? Yeah, I played UFC 2. I had it. I'm definitely gonna get UFC 3. I know my boy Dashi played it. Played UFC 3, which is cool. Guys, you know me, I'm a big Dashi fan. I support that guy. I have a damn playlist of his favorite videos I love to watch, and I can watch his videos over and over and over and never get tired of them.
And I believe that Dashi outside is an upstanding guy.
Yeah, I would love to meet Dashi. There's one video he did just recently where it's a game called Sexy Serial Killer. That shit it's a game where it's a serial killer and she's got big ass titties. I'm not even joking. They're huge, curvy booty and legs, and it's so funny. The game, go watch it yourselves. It's hilarious for me as well. Especially when the guy you're playing as dies. It's so funny. What is your favorite N64 game? I've actually answered this before, Perry. Perfect Dark, WrestleMania 2000, WWE No Mercy, and GoldenEye. Those, yeah, not the Superman game. Someone else. Just asking because I never heard you say anything. I know that. Are you crazy? Kickboxer versus Bloodsport. What? Tino? What?
What? Jean-Claude character and Kickboxer versus
the real Frank Dukes. Because that's
going with Frank Dukes.
Yeah, I'm going with Frank
with all
Dukes.
Those records
because
it was no joke.
Bloodsport was based. It's literally based off of Frank Dukes' time in the Kumite, and he was no joke. He had. Did you see those records? Fastest knockouts with a kick. Fastest is. Even though that movie came out in the 80s, I'm wondering if those records are still intact. Because the Kumite still goes on. It's legit. It still goes on. I found more fan-made comic trailers if you're interested. Look, anytime to react to, because look, once again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If anybody, you guys have any videos you want me you want me to react to, send me a link along with the hashtag please react Chris. And I'm gonna make this announcement even now. I am making a sister react channel. That's gonna be under my original name, where other reactions are gonna go. You know, I'm finding like I have so many I want to do, so I'll add some over there as well. So yeah, there you go. Are you going to see the new Halloween movie when it comes out? Yeah, I'm gonna see it. I actually want to see it. See how this plays out. Being that this is supposed to take place 40 years after Halloween 2, the others never existed. So I'm actually interested in. Okay, you're basing it off this. Okay. Mm. Uh, Mally Simpson. Did I say the name right? Someone new. Never seen you before. You go stray. Welcome to my pack. Welcome to the. I hope. But Mally Simpson actually asks me. What do you think of Flash season 4 so far? It's off and on. It's off and on. It's here and then it goes and it kind of it's like a roller coaster. It kind of goes up and down. It's not really solid through the board, because at times it's this past couple episodes. What's it been? It's been Barry in jail. How are you gonna get him out of jail? Because people believe he killed the man, and and I think also because a lot of people. For me, I'm okay with it. The fact that first of all, he's not dealing with the speedster. He's fighting a villain. This is the power. But yeah, it's okay. It's up and down. It's kind of the same thing with Supergirl. It's kind of up and down. Kong from Skullline versus Smog from The Hobbit. I want to say the dragon. Can a Jaeger take on Godzilla? I'm sure it can for a while. I'm sure it can. Chris, would you agree that Captain America, Steve Rogers, is arguably the greatest heroic individuals in the Marvel Comics history? Somewhat, yeah. Not all the way, because we already know in the future, Cable even said it. Spider-Man is the greatest hero. There you go. So if Cable said it, but his heroic, yes. Steve is Steve. The guy that's a guy you will follow in the trenches. He can anybody will follow, and it's the big saying. Nobody can really say no to Captain America. He says, "Come on." There's only been a few people that have been able to really say no to him. Daredevils, when Steve asked Matt to join the Avengers, he said no. Wolverine's another one that could say it, but after a while, it's like, but yeah, it's cool. Sorry, I didn't. I meant movie wise. I didn't describe it, but between the two movies, I still say Bloodsport. Patrick, you asked me. Danny McBride is working on the new Michael Myers movie. Really, they making another Michael Myers movie. Okay, I actually watched a Michael Myers video today here on YouTube called "What If Michael Myers Was Real," and brought up some very interesting stuff of why. And I was just like, okay, it's a video. Basically, it's videos where they talk about what if certain things was real. They even brought up Godzilla. What if he was real in the real world? And They used the example of how Godzilla was in Shin Godzilla, which was really good and kind of more grounded of Godzilla, and it made even more sense. The one thing I loved about Shin Godzilla is that when Godzilla, he's supposed to be radiated from, radiation. So basically, being in his vicinity is you're getting exposed to a big concentration of radiation. So I thought that was really good. And how he was defeated was even cooler. What are your thoughts on movie killers in Day by Daylight? I would like to see. I would like. Excuse me. Let me repeat this again. What are your thoughts on all the movie killers in Day by Daylight? I would like if they had Ghostface from Scream. Me and Malcolm talked about this before about them putting in all the iconic movie killers. Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers. They just brought in the character from Leatherface, and they just brought in the character from Saw. I forgot which one. Those are cool, but I really want them to bring back bring more original killers. Yeah, Frank Duke is a real deal. I remember one of his records was fastest kick, 72 miles per hour. Yeah, that's crazy. And you're talking to somebody who is a practitioner of martial arts, but another on that level. Uh, what is your favorite DBZ fight of all time? Goku versus Frieza, the first fight, is one of my favorite fights because that fight meant something. You know, Goku seeing his best friend die right in front of him set him off, and so that's one of my favorite fights. Who would win in a fight between Superman and the Hulk? Oh God, this is one I'm not going to answer. I'm tired of that. I'm so tired of that. I'm tired of that. Between Superman and Batman, who's a better leader? Who's better at leading the league? I would go with Batman because he knows how to place people more. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right, people talking about Superman and Hulk. I'm not even getting into that one. Okay, Comic Freak X. Who's the longest running Captain America? Okay, well, let me break it down for you guys, Sean, because Marvel history will it's not screwy, but let me explain it to you. All right, so Cap, yeah, it is Steve Rogers, but the second longest running Captain America is Jeffrey Mace. He was the Captain America. He became Captain America after Steve fell into the North Atlantic. He took up during the late 40s and the 50s and stuff like that. He had his own Bucky and everything like that. Jefferson Mace, also known as the Patriot, the first Patriot, is the second longest running Captain America. Steve Rogers is the longest, but Jeffrey Mace is the next longest. He's John Walker didn't last too long, so it'd go Steve, Jeffrey Mace. I think it's Bucky. Bucky's next, then Sam Walker, and then I think John Walker's, because John Walker didn't last as Steve Rogers for too long. He wasn't for too long. So yeah, Steve is definitely the longest, but Jeffrey Mace is the second longest. You could do your research on that, but that's a little 101 on who held the shield longer. You throw in you also throw in well, unofficially, because he wasn't unofficially Captain America. I'm talking about officially Captain America. Yeah, those. But yeah, you throw a little bit in there. You got to throw Eli Bradley, Isaiah Bradley in there. You know, can't forget him. Do I hate when Marvel retcons its own history? I hate when any comic. I hate when DC does it. So not just Marvel, and DC does it more than Marvel. So yeah, there you go. And other than that, it does depend on the character, because um sometimes it's not even the company. It's actually, like, for example, when Elektra was brought back to life, when she died, that was supposed to be it. And then they did those miniseries, and then they retold her origin of how she came to be. They retconned a lot of it, and it was just like, why? You know, sometimes retconning is not bad, but sometimes it is. Uh, but it does depend. Jeffrey Mace, Tino Jeffrey, not Jefferson. Jeffrey Mace, the one that referred in the Winter Soldier when they were talking about the Valor, Iowa. Um, yeah, kinda, but Jeffrey Mace, when they introduced him in the MCU, he became director of Shield in that one, and they made him an Inhuman actually. Uh, but yeah, we're talking about Jeffrey Mace, the Patriot. Uh, I think I found Dashy's channel. Um, subscribe to his original channel, Dashy XP and Dashy Games, where I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Um, does Damien have the potential to become a as good of a Batman as his father? Kinda, but scarier at times. Um, I have more. I say Tim Drake would be better. I'm just saying. What wrestling match would I recommend to a non-wrestling fan that may get them to start watching? Bret Hart versus Bulldog. That's one. Uh, Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat. Um, man, there's a couple. There's too many I could think of. Have you ever read the comic when Batman became Starman? I think I have. I think. Of course, I'm still a She-Hulk fan. I don't give a fuck what that doofus Goyer said. Goyer could go suck a dick. I don't care. That never his remarks never stopped me from being a She-Hulk fan. Man, ain't nobody gonna stop me from what that's that. Yeah, that's his opinion, but his opinion is wrong. He's an idiot. Let's see. Comic Freak X. Thanks for hanging around, Sean. Sometimes I'm surprised you're not working tonight. Usually you be doing them late shifts. You always tell me. But anyway, matter of fact, Sean, what do you do if you don't mind me asking? Because usually you never be able to make my live show. You always have to leave your questions. So I'm asking Comic Freak X. Sean, what do you do? Uh, don't mind me asking. Uh, um, let's see. Would you want Supergirl and Batwoman in the DCU? Um, yeah, yeah, I would want them. Done right. I don't want them rushed. It's all about timing. You don't just need to throw them in there just to throw them in there. And yeah, Charles, everybody's answering the question. Was that just towards me, or was that towards everybody, Sean? Just tell me. All right, let me see. Who's more popular, Batman or Superman? It would seem Batman's more popular because DC has their mouth all over his, you know, you know, they suck on that bat cock real good. DC does. Um, okay, I work at the local newspaper for San Antonio. Oh, okay. I think I know what. So what do? You do the printing and stuff like that? Is that what you do, Sean? That's really interesting. All right, let's see. Um, yeah, I do the overnight. Okay, I figured that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so you do the Twilight stuff. It's kind of funny that you talk about that because my cousin used to work at the local newspaper in North Carolina. He used to work there, and he would wrap it. Print out. They would print out the paper and wrap it up so they get ready to put it out in the morning. So that's cool. That's really cool. Um, Very good indeed. let's see. Okay. Gotta go run, Chris. Take care. We're gonna, let's see. All right. Last question I'll answer tonight. And let's answer this question. What is the name of your fanfic Marvel Universes again? Okay. Well, Sean, I have a few actually, but the ones that I focus on the most are Earth 6162 and Earth 382, which is a completely crazy universe that I made up, basically mixing up things, taking certain aspects of Marvel, and they're all written down here in this big ass book right here. My ideas, um, like, like, for example, like I was working on it now. Like you can see right here, this is I was writing Earth Day. Right now, I'm working on one thing right now for it, Sean, called let's see. I wanted to show it to you because, so you know, Sean, I'm a big Law and Order SVU fan, right? So when I was coming up with the idea for this, I was just like, you know what? For Earth 382, what if I made a NYPD division that focused on not sex crimes or anything like that, crimes committed by superhumans, and called it SHD, which stands for Superhuman Division. And basically, there's a couple of detectives on here, and I just made it up. For example, the captain of the squad is Miss Mercedes Knight. Everybody should know who that is. Detective Luke Cage, Detective Wade Wilson, Detective Frank Castle, Detective Jessica Jones, and there was two more characters. Basically, this is the Earth. This is their version of the 616 characters, and I was creating those. But yeah, so it's really fun. But other than that, guys, those are. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it as always. Stay tuned, guys. More for you guys in the future. The next open mic Q&A. I'm gonna make sure I get it. Will probably be because I usually do 2 a month. Will be a week from now. So the week of the 18th of February, because February was a short week. But other than that, you guys take care. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.